My first Vlogmas is done, and it was a ride for sure. But before we start all the Christmas celebrations, let's just take a look at everything I learned doing this Vlogmas. Doing videos when your country is going into lockdown might not be the best time. So I of course did not know ahead of time what would happen in our country during this month, but it did make it difficult for me to keep creating content. And that is all to do with just how I was emotionally doing. Not to make a whole thing of it, but I probably wouldn't have done Vlogmas if all of this had started earlier. On the other hand, it did help keep me busy during this month, so it might have been a good thing. Who knows? Quality doesn't really matter, except that it kind of does. In a lot of research that I have done prior to starting anything on YouTube, people always say, like, the quality doesn't matter. You can even start with just filming on your phone. It doesn't really matter when you're starting out. There is some truth to this, but there's also another side, at least for me, that I've found that when I look at my videos, and I have to edit them, so I look at them a lot, I find it really demotivating when it looks crappy. You can get some good videos with your phone, but the problem I ran into mostly is that the lighting is a real big problem. And I don't really have any, I don't have studio lights or whatever. I do have an old photo lamp that's actually my dad's over here, but it's currently broken. So that doesn't help. I have just one small LED light that I use wherever I need it. It's currently on here, just really nice little rectangle of LEDs. It can get really bright and it does help, but it doesn't help enough for this time of year in this country, especially within my house, not with as small a lens as a phone has. And when the videos get really grainy and really washed out and all of that, I don't want to watch it through editing. So how can I ever expect anyone else to watch it? And knowing that it doesn't look good, because often I can see it when I start recording already. I already start out with the feeling of why bother making anything, because it won't be good anyway. In that regard, I really do think that quality does help me make slightly better content, and at least it makes it more fun for me. So yeah, that was a good lesson, and I did find that using this camera and just fiddling around more with angles and different shots and stuff like that, it livens up the video and just makes it more fun for me to do. So this is the 24th video this month. And just in general, by trying stuff out, I have learned a lot about quality and what lighting works and doesn't work, and what angles work and don't work, all that sort of stuff. I'm by no means an expert, but I'm at least a tiny little bit less bad than I was at the start. One thing I learned that is really tedious, but also I really love to play around with, is scene transitions and the underlying music. I don't even know where I learned it anymore, but what I was taught and what I also experienced when editing myself is that if your editing is in time with the music, it just makes everything flow a whole lot better. I have this one video where I did not pay attention to this at all, and it's fine, but it's not great. And then there's this video where I did pay really close attention to it, and you don't consciously notice it most often, but it just feels better. Another lesson, as I suspected beforehand, I was way too perfectionistic. Because of everything happening, because of life happening, my planning didn't always work out. I didn't always prepare well enough, and because I had forced myself to sit down in front of the camera anyway, I got some interesting stuff out of it. I won't say that it's good, but it's interesting. And so what I found through all of that is that the only thing holding me back in creating videos is me. Of course, you should always aim to make your videos as engaging and interesting as possible, but that doesn't matter if you don't make videos at all. The first step is to actually create something. You can get better along the way, and that's the way I approach anything in life, and so also for videos. Hopefully after all of this, the step to record a video will actually be a lot smaller. All in all, this experiment was definitely a success. I've had a number of views this month that I could never have imagined. I have 19 people who actually like my content enough to subscribe, which is incredible. And I really enjoyed myself doing this. So yeah, on to the next big experiment. With all of that said, now I'm going to celebrate. Because celebrating your wins, both big and small, is the most important part of growing and learning. So here we go. A nice drink I got from work. Careful not to shoot my own eye out. I already almost did that once with champagne. Would not recommend. Also, try and not kill the camera. Only had it for like a week. Yeah. All right. Cheers. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. I know that I will. Please leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe for more health and healthy lifestyle videos coming to you soon. Now, I won't see you tomorrow, but until next time. Bye.